Yeah, if you have a breaker tripping and you're in the cooling mode, you're running your AC, if that breaker trips, that's a big breaker, usually a 30, 40 amp breaker. Older units might be a 50 amp breaker. So that typically means there's a direct short somewhere. The short could be in the fan motor, the short could be in the compressor. So again, you might go out and watch the outdoor unit. If you hear the compressor come on, but the outdoor fan is not running, that means there's a problem with your fan motor. That could be causing the short, and that will trip a breaker. If you have a new AC that's installed and it's still tripping a breaker, there's a chance, a possibility that you just have a bad breaker. Breakers do go bad just like other mechanical equipment. If you can reset the breaker and it stays good for a while and then it trips, that's usually just a bad breaker. But if you reset the breaker and it trips immediately, that's a short somewhere in the system. One of the first things I would typically check would be, honestly, the wires going into the breaker. You want to make sure those lugs are tight. If you have a loose lug, that's going to cause high amp draw on that wire, and that could potentially cause a problem down the line. If that wire is loose, you could get sparks. It could eventually lead to a fire. So you need to get that checked out for sure. If it's a short in the system, if your compressor is shorted out, that's not necessarily going to cause a problem down the line. But if your fan motor has shorted out and your compressor is running, then that's going to be very bad on the compressor. It's going to cause high head pressure. Eventually the compressor will shut down. So you need to get a professional out to look at that. Honestly, if your breaker's tripping, you probably need to have somebody come out to take a look at it, just to check the wires in the breaker and make sure, and take an amp draw and everything and see what kind of amp that breaker is drawing.